recently lost my iPhone. Well, a few months ago now. I was snowboarding up in Big Bear Mountain in Southern California with some friends. It was a casual bachelor party weekend for my friend. Snowboarding and having some beers at our b&amp cabin at night. Nothing crazy, super low-key. I lost my phone at some point during the morning. I figured I must have left it at our b&amp so I didn't stress about it too much. When we got back I looked around for it. Practically flipped the place. But I couldn't find it. My buddy had me type in my Apple stuff into his phone to see if we could find it. It was pinging on the map, surprisingly far away. We all agreed we were never even on that side of the mountain. It was about 12 miles away. It was very evident that someone had found my phone and intended on keeping it. We called it and sent texts but there was no response. So we drove out there that night, ready to call someone out for stealing it. As we arrived we confirmed that the location was of course in a wooded area since it was far from the road. There were a couple dirt roads that led to some properties and we went down a few but they just sent us farther down the mountain. We finally had some luck though and the next road took us really close to it but there were no homes around. We debated on coming back during the day but my friend made a good point. If we just go walk around and send an alarm to it we can see it light up since it's so dark out. So we set off on foot. It was really cold. We heard it beeping and we were getting close. I figured some kids probably found it and tossed it down a hill. But boy was I wrong. We noticed a glow up ahead. My phone was in a tent. I don't know about you, but camping in Big Bear in the middle of winter is not a thing. We were spooked. We called out but nobody responded. Every time we sent the alert to my phone the tent lit up and there were no shadows cast inside, meaning the tent appeared to be empty. It was my phone, so I went for it. I walked up to the tent, grabbed the zipper and slowly started unzipping from the top. The tent started thrashing violently from the inside. I just about jumped up a tree. I ran back to my buddies. The person inside unzipped the tent, walked barefoot into the snow and stared at us. He started laughing and repeatedly said, "Ring ring, ring ring." He went back into his tent and zipped it back up. We all butted in and started to lose our patience. Name-calling, threatening him and giving him an ultimatum. We said we were going to throw his tent down the mountain if he didn't hand over the phone. He just kept saying "ring ring" from inside the tent. Then my friend's phone rang, the phone we used to call mine. The guy was calling from my phone inside the tent. My buddy answered and put it on speaker. The guy was whining saying, "Please just go away, I don't want to hurt you." My friend Taylor stormed over to the tent, unzipped it, dragged him out of there and grabbed my phone. In the process the guy bit Taylor's leg and broke skin. His eyes were the look of pure evil. The guy crawled back into the tent, Taylor picked up the tent and tossed it. Beneath the tent was a dirt hole, about 6 feet deep, and it opened off on the south side. So it was more of life a trench, with a bottomless tent on top. The guy ran away. Inside the trench were handwritten notes in the hundreds. Complete gibberish made-up language. This content was provided by angelotricarico.com.